Ed Lawrence.
Yeah, thanks, Carol. I want to ask you about the Federal Reserve. So does the president believe that the slightly restrictive monetary policy stance right now, could that cause an economic slowdown? And if he does believe that, when?
What pause are you referring to?
No, could the stance of the monetary policy is slightly restrictive? Does the president believe that that stance, the slightly restrictive stance, could cause an economic slowdown in itself?
I haven't heard the president discuss that specifically, but what I do know in regards to the Federal Reserve is the president's been very transparent about his displeasure with both the policies and the management of the Fed, and he spoke about that to all of you pretty extensively in the Oval Office yesterday.
And last month, one more if I could. Last month, the Canadian Prime Minister said the president had agreed to a July 21st deadline to sort of work towards a trade agreement. That's 4 days from now. Could there be a trade agreement with Canada in 4 days?
Well, look, we'll see. The trade team continues to be very active in our conversations and discussions with Canada. The president himself has said, unfortunately, our neighbors to the north have been pretty difficult to deal with when it comes to matters on trade. But in trade, generally speaking, as you know, 25 countries have received letters thus far from the president directly with his big, beautiful signature on them, from Japan to Korea, South Africa, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, just a few countries, and Canada also received.
The White House has issued a firm and uncompromising warning to nations that have, over the years, economically or strategically taken advantage of the United States. This declaration marks a renewed stance from the U.S. administration, emphasizing its commitment to restoring fairness in international trade, diplomacy, and military cooperation. The statement, made during a recent press briefing, highlighted how certain countries have benefited disproportionately from trade agreements, underpaid their fair share in global defense alliances like NATO, or exploited America's leniency in foreign aid and policy. While no specific countries were directly named, the message appeared aimed at both traditional rivals and longtime allies who continue to enjoy favorable terms without contributing equally. This includes issues such as intellectual property theft, unfair trade tariffs, and the ongoing trade imbalances with nations like China, as well as expectations from NATO allies to increase their defense spending. The White House emphasized that moving forward, the United States will no longer tolerate being ripped off or undervalued on the global stage. Measures being considered include stricter enforcement of trade rules, re-evaluation of foreign aid commitments, and more assertive diplomatic negotiations. This strong warning is seen as a step to reclaim economic leadership, strengthen national security, and realign global partnerships based on mutual respect and benefit. Overall, this message serves as a global wake-up call. The U.S. is drawing a firm line and demanding accountability from those who have historically taken more than they've given.